Hey guys, what's up? It's Kendall again and welcome back to my channel. We have a lot of catching up to do. So yeah, I'm engaged. I literally cannot even believe it. When you guys see this, I will have been engaged for 3 weeks now, and I literally can't believe it. Like, I literally cry about it all the time. I'm gonna throw in some clips like here and there throughout my video, but I want to do a little story time of how I got engaged. Austin and I have been together for almost 6 years, so this has been a long time coming, and multiple mental breakdowns of how I feel behind in life. Like, I should be married and have kids by now, but I'm not. You know, just the general pressures that we go through in our 20s. Gotta love it. But now that I'm looking back at it, I'm just like, girl, you're 28. Like, now that I have the ring and the engagement is here, I'm just like, girl, why were you in such a rush? Like, this feels like the perfect timing. And I just honestly could not imagine a better time for this. Before I get into the deep details of our engagement, I thought that I would share just like our story of how we met because it's kind of interesting. So I'm originally from Buffalo, New York, just a small town outside of it. He's originally from Tennessee. I moved down to Tennessee in 2020 during COVID, and I ended up staying there for almost 5 years. But within the first 6 months of me being there, I met Austin on Tinder. Yeah, we're a Tinder couple. Since it was COVID, we literally met up, and our first date was going to Home Depot actually, because I was in my refurbishing old furniture era and I wanted to put new handles on this dresser that I had bought. So we went to Home Depot together and bought new handles, and he helped me put them on the dresser. We still have that dresser to this day. It's a piece of crap, but I refuse to let go of it because it's just like so sentimental now. It's like a little piece of our story. I can't get rid of it. Since it was COVID and nobody was working, everything was closed, we met that day and literally have been together ever since. Literally ever since that day, we have been together, seen each other, whatever. So literally after just a couple of months of dating, we decided to just move in together. I know it was very quick, but whatever, I was in love with him already. A little fun story that I always like to tell people is that within like a month and a half of us hanging out, literally every day, just like driving around Nashville, him showing me around Tennessee, all the things. We were in the car and we were just like laughing about something, and in the middle of it, he just was like, I love you so much. And I was like, skirt, what? And this was back in 2020. So I was 22 and he was 24. And now we're 28 and 30 and we're getting married. Like, this is so crazy. I'm literally like, I can't stop smiling because I'm just so happy. And we cry to each other all the time about it. It is so stupid. So we move in together. We end up moving around a little bit just because of like jobs and life or whatever. And then after, I want to say in 2024, we decided it was time to leave Tennessee and go somewhere new. We are always up for an adventure, and that is one thing that I truly love about our relationship is how spontaneous we can be and how we can literally just be like, should we move? Okay, cool, let's go. And then we just do it. So that being said, we ended up moving to Texas for a year. And then while we were down there, we really started to discuss what our future looked like together. And we did a lot of soul searching and healing there. I will say that Texas will always have a special place in our heart because of how much both of us not only grew, but healed parts of ourselves that just needed to be healed and just weren't. And it was really, really cool to not only see that for both of us, like just so in depth, but also to have like family and friends point out how different both of us got after spending our year there. So that has been like a really cool journey of ours. But we decided that if we were going to start to settle down and have kids, that we needed to be closer to family. So that's why we ended up back in New York. So we were close to family. My sister had 2 kids and I just wanted to be close. And it was actually Austin's idea to move to New York because I was like, hell no, I'm never going back there. Like, I love the South. I love the weather down here. I love the culture down here. I don't want to go back. Like, no. But he was really adamant of like, no, I love your family. They are like what I aspire to create out of my own, hopefully with you. And oh my God, I can't even talk about it. I'm getting emo. Hold on. So dumb. But it was basically his idea, like, hey, let's build a family around your own family. So that's how we ended up back in New York. to start our lives. So into our engagement story finally. My birthday is May 12th, and this year has honestly been the best birthday of my life, obviously. But if you want to see what I did for my birthday this year, I do have a TikTok posted about it on Glam with Kendall. That is my TikTok page, so you can definitely watch it there. It was one of the greatest birthdays of my entire life. After that, we spontaneously, of course, decided to go to the Adirondacks, which is about 4.5 hours from where we currently live. So we drove out to the Adirondacks and we went on this hike. Everything was spontaneous. We literally chose our hike like a day before we went. We found an Airbnb like less than 24 hours before. It was very like last minute, but not in a last minute like stressful way. It was just like, fuck it, let's do it, let's go, which I absolutely love about us. So the first day we go to Old Forge, which is this cute little town that was about an hour and a half before we got to where we were staying for the weekend. And we just kind of spent the afternoon there, kind of just exploring the area. Neither of us have ever been, so it was really cool for both of us to experience something new. We grabbed lunch at this pier, and I started to kind of get hints that he was either like nervous or just acting a little off, but like not in a weird way, just kind of like, okay, what's up? Like, what's on your mind? I didn't really say anything, to be honest. I was just like, maybe he's just like tired from the drive, whatever. And then we're sitting at the bar and we're talking about our lives and like where we're headed and whatever. And he goes, I'm really nervous about asking your dad to marry you. Like, I'm freaking out. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to show up so it's not weird. Or like, well, how do I say the right thing? Because it's really important to me to say the right thing. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, fuck, I'm not getting proposed to this weekend. That sucks. I had a feeling, but then I was like, okay, it's just not happening and it's fine, whatever. Maybe next time. Hold on, I have to do my highlight separately because she's a little sad looking. So after my hopes are kind of shot, I was just like, it's fine. We're out here in the Adirondacks. We're in nature, doing what we love the most and just like hiking. So the night we got to the Airbnb, we literally just like hung out. We had some snacks. We chilled on the patio that was attached to our room. We chilled by the lake for a little bit while the sun was still up and just kind of had a chill, relaxing night. Nothing too crazy. There's no service out there, so it was really nice to just like unplug and spend time with each other. The next day we got up kind of early and I made sandwiches while Austin got the car ready and everything, just kind of getting together some snacks and stuff to take on the hike because it was a 4-mile hike. We hiked Blue Mountain in the Adirondacks. I have never hiked that. I have only hiked one mountain before this in the Adirondacks and it was a big boy. Blue Mountain is pretty good. I would say it's a good beginner hike for sure. It's definitely steep. We're just like taking our time, you know, getting to the top. Like people are passing us, but like we don't care because we're literally just there for a good time and we're just like talking about stuff and just life. And like nature itself is when me and Austin truly are in our like realm and we truly just like get in touch with our soul. It sounds so stupid, but like being in nature is our jam. That is our happy spot and that is where we just really are able to just like open up and just be super vulnerable. The entire way up, he's just like telling me all these super sweet things. He just loves how intelligent I am and how generous I am and just like hyping me up the whole time. And I was just like, oh my God, he's so sweet. He's just like in his feels right now. And I love him for this. Let me set really quick. So he's being super sweet. We're taking pictures the whole way up like we typically do. He's always taking pictures of me when we're like out and doing things. So it wasn't like, I didn't really catch a vibe that anything was like happening. So we start to get near the top and he's just like slowing down a bit and he's just like, just look at this view, it's gorgeous, it's gorgeous. Little did I know he was taking pictures and sending it to like our family and friends saying she has no idea I'm about to propose to her. We end up getting to the top and there's this fire tower up there and we start to climb up it and it's tall as hell, right? And it's at the top of a mountain. So we start climbing up the fire tower and I get halfway up and I'm like, no, I'm not going any further. I cannot go up to the top. Like it's windy. It's like, you know, I'm like, I'm not going to the top. That's crazy. That's crazy. And he was like, come on, just do it. Like, don't puss out. And I was like, bet. So I get up to the top and we're taking like videos and pictures of the views and just like us up there. And then he was like, here, take my Snapchat. I want to send it to one of our friends or whatever he said. And so we're up there and I'm like, okay. So I start taking a video of the view and then I turn it around for like us to say hi or whatever, like wave or smile. And I turn around and he's down on one knee and he said, "I'm so sorry I had to lie." And I blacked out. Then I blacked out. I turned around, I'm sobbing. I'm just like so over the moon. I'm so happy. And I can't even talk about it because I'll get emotional.
We're gonna take the sand out, just flip it around.
Are you serious?
I had to lie.
But it just was truly one of the best days of my life. I just did my glam. Let me get myself together for a second. We're up there, we're celebrating. I'm sending pictures to my family. I FaceTime my sister. Well, she FaceTimed me because she was like, "Bitch, you can't just send a picture, like FaceTime me." So she FaceTimed me. We're like laughing, I'm crying, I'm blacking out still. Call my parents up there and we're talking to my parents and just like so over the moon, excited. And I start climbing down the tower and Austin goes, "Wait, I have a Sharpie, like let's Sharpie our names at the top and that we got engaged today with the date." So I was like, "Yeah, let's do it," because it's a old fire tower. It's not used anymore. So like everyone writes their names up there and stuff. And there's a group of hikers and this girl comes up to me and she goes, "Did you just get engaged?" And I was like, "Yeah." So she goes, "Go back up there. Let me take some pictures for you guys." And so we got a couple pictures of us up there. Then we both came back down and we just kind of hung out. We ate a sandwich and I called my best friend. She was obviously like sobbing and crying and just over the moon excited. And then we made our descent down and celebrated. We went home. And we cried the whole way home. We listened to some of our favorite albums, and one of them being Ella Langley, her new album. So that album will forever hold a really special place in my heart because it just reminds, why am I so emo? What's going on? That album is just gonna hold a special place in my heart forever and always. And we cried the whole way home and we're still over the moon excited. And now it's time to start planning. So that being said, there's probably gonna be some wedding content coming your way pretty soon. I'm freaking engaged. Like, what? He did so good. Ignore my missing thumb, but like, he did so good. And honestly, he could have got me a Dollar Tree ring and I would be like, "Oh my God, of course I'll marry you." Just kidding. It's been 6 years. I would never accept it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that is our engagement story and this is the final look. Let me know what you think down below in the comments per usual, but that is gonna do it for today, guys. I am looking forward to wedding planning and I'm super excited and I am just sitting in all the glory of being engaged right now and I wouldn't have it any other way. He is my person and I love him to the moon and I just cannot wait until I'm his wife. That sounds weird. That sounds weird. I feel like I'm still 12. I'm like, oh my God. We're too young. We're too young. No, but anyways, guys, this is going to be the final look. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another video with me. And I will see you in the next one. Love ya.